Happy Chainsaw Man Day! We are back yet again for some more live reaction to Chainsaw Man. This time, chapter 221, I believe, right? 221, right? This is just a good old 221. It's the 221 right there. It is titled Safe Battle. I don't know exactly what that means exactly here when it comes to a safe battle, but I mean, at the same time, maybe this is just one of those conversational battles, ones that's not gonna be like killing everybody potentially. I don't know, but I mean, Michigan Sword was a thing, all right? So we're asking, well, the states is gonna get got, because I think all the United States is in the palm of Yoru's hands, all right? Those hands are dangerous. But welcome in, Desto. Welcome in, Quetz. Appreciate you all up in the goddamn building, but we are here. Y'all already know what to do. If you read it, sit back, look at my reactions, and then we can talk about it afterwards. If you haven't read it yet, you can read it with me and react along with me to the chapter, all right? Feeling better? Somewhat. I mean, it's there, but I took some medicine, so I'm feeling all right now. So we're just going to go with that. All right. So like I said, Chainsaw Man, chapter 221, safe battle. And all the buildings are colliding together because it's all Michigan trying to form one weapon. It's disgusting. All these people are coming together. All these humans, they're smashing into one thing, and it's sad. R.I.P. to all y'all that live there. I'm sorry. All right, I'm sorry. Yeah, see, I'd be freaking out right now. It's like, this is unfortunate, right? You didn't choose to be in this battle. You didn't choose to be involved in this, but you're now there. And there's nothing you can do about it. Like, you're stuck. Like, goodness gracious. And everyone's like, what's happening? They're all falling into some water. Hey, wait, that's Fumiko right there, isn't it? Yeah, it's Fumiko. What you got going on over there? Oh. That's kind of ironic, given that Chainsaw Man just last chapter punt kicked all of Yoru's organs out, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff that's inside her came out, and so this is happening to now Chainsaw Man. He's getting cut right in half at the moment. Disgusting damage right here. Oh, actually says Oregon, USA, Oregon, and look at that. I find that also ironic that it's Oregon is the place of all things. Okay, but interesting. So is that what the sword is gonna look like? So like, Michigan sword is just gonna say Michigan, and it's like actually in the form of a sword. Like, is that what we're talking about here? All the states is gonna be named like this. Like this. Okay, then. I think there was a Breaker cameo on the panel of the chapter. What you talking about? Yes, he has one of the Fumikos. Cause I said Fumiko's everywhere. All right. So the organ donors. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, that is so bootleg. Like, what? Okay, sure. Creative style right there. I guess she's doing a backflip. Look at that. I won. No, you didn't. All right. You thought cutting this man in half was gonna do something? Like, weren't you around for this? Like, Denji himself, not even Chainsaw Man, Denji himself was literally in pieces. And you had no, Yora was there because she was like, make sure his balls are not connected or something like that. It was there's some bullcrap she was saying, right? Like, what are you talking about? You've seen Dingy himself be in pieces. You think cutting him in half is gonna do anything? Like, what are you talking about? Like, Yora, what? Sure. What? Man came in, look at that, he ain't playing around. What? Look at that. What? Yeah. Yeah, I still have the block right real quick. All of Oregon is feeling that damage at the moment. All right, good. And the kidney, the heart transplants, and the gain price. What are you talking about, sir? All right. We pick the organs, spell Orgo as a sound effect that Max Japanese. Ore means eye in Japanese. I noticed the N was covered in gut, so it looked like interesting, really. I mean, for all we know, it could be exactly that. It could be exactly that, Ghost Sab. Interesting insight. Sword nine is kind of sick. It is kind of nice, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if all the swords are gonna look like this, like, I mean, I don't want my state to be involved, but like, what would Arizona sword look like? You know what I mean? It's like a fight between Oregon and War. Oregon was one of the few states that were attacked by the Japanese in World War II. Besides Hawaii. Interesting, really. Imagine devils related to fears, water grew in power. I mean, wait, why would you say that? Also, welcome in, Diego. What did you eat, Chainsaw Man? It's like an end to our battle no longer exists. Sorry, are you forgetting? You just brought this. What's wrong with Yoru? What's going on? Your sister was just 8. She is the death devil. Death is not a concept at the moment, so therefore he can't die. Like, did you forget that? That happened like literally like 2 times ago. Like what are we talking about? Huh? Yeah, how you forget? It wasn't even that long ago. It wasn't even that long ago. How you forget that fast? God dang. New Jersey's cooking that chapter. Oh man, I hope not, man. Come on. Because there's an ocean. Interesting. Okay, Arizona sword is gonna be in the shape of a. But why? Nah, man. It's gonna be in flames, bro. It's gonna be in flames. Come on now. You should forgot deadly ears. Or whatever. They're gonna be shit like icy. You stupid. God dang it. You know you're probably right though. Good. People of Oregon, give me power. They're all sitting there like, huh, what? And then they bring him pooping. Poop, poop. Fumiko was like, bro, I'm so done with this. And she's so done. That's why I freaking love this. She's like, ah. Boop. Oregon slash. That's not doing anything, all right? I mean, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. And all the organs popping out of this man. That's a lot of damage. You said, psych. Bruh. This is the end of the line, Chainsaw Man. Behold my trump card. Freaking god dang it. What's she doing again, man? I'm sorry, people in Virginia. You're done. You're done now. All right? You're done now, yo. I told you somebody else gonna get got. All the United States is in the palm of her hands right now. I'm sorry. Give him the wagon of the Oregon Trail. You stupid, bro. God dang it. And that's why she doesn't remember. I guess that's true. But I mean, at the same time, it's your sister. You thought, like, with that in mind, because I guess that brings up a question. Because, like, even, like, Makima will remember certain elements of things, right? Like, when it comes to your sisters, right, you would think, because there are the 4 horsewomen, they'll have some inkling of some type of remembrance. But you're right. I guess you're right. You know, she wouldn't remember it because the concept is all gone now, right? So I guess that makes sense. That's true. Only relationship to war was Virginia. Was that it was the main battleground in the Civil War? Okay, I guess it's Oregon gone. I'll show myself. All right, buddy, you need to stop. All right, you need to stop. Wait, are they like? Oh no, they're just watching like something going on. They see in the battle, and then they're all gone. They splash. They say, "Poosh," they're gone now. What do you mean nuclear punch? Huh? Excuse me? What? Yo, that's busted. She has nuclear powers in her power hands, bro. What is that? Good God. That guy looking like, huh, what's happening? This is insane. From the devils to the humans, they're like, oh, wait a minute. Goodness gracious. Wow. Okay. Well. God, that's an explosive end to a chapter. Let me stop. The power of the sun and the palm of my hands, exactly. But it's better animation. I'm sorry, look, I had to do it, all right? The same hair as Bray, but he must have been standing on top of a box of apples because get this guy out of here. All right, but no, you're right. I forgot about that. She did forget, but I mean, I guess I was like under the impression that she still have some inklings of something to remember her sister by or something. You know what I mean? Like, I thought there would still be some kind of connection or something that would still allow her to have some memory of something with that. 'Cause, like, literally just happened. But at the same time, I guess when the concept is gone, it is literally just like that, gone. So she ain't gonna remember that, unfortunately. So, you know, yeah, it'd be like that. It kind of sucks then. That kind of sucks. Like, I mean, how are we gonna get this back? How are we gonna get this back? Because she remembers nuclear war devil, but that was gone. That was a concept that was gone. But you know what I mean? It's not like she can't remember things. So it's just I don't know what the selection is when it comes to select the memory when it comes to what gets eaten and versus, you know what I mean? Because like nuclear war devil was eaten, but she remembers that. So it's like there's things that the sisters do remember to a certain degree, but like it's all over the place. That's why I don't know. My brain was thinking otherwise, that she might still have some memories of that because it's the sister. And more than this time, prequel to Power Punch, really. From nuclear impact, Virginia was state to home with the first U.S. nuclear power plant to generate electricity. Ah, okay. This guy is out here giving us a freaking history lesson. Shout out to freaking Ghost Tab in the building. God dang. You're just a dum-dum. I mean, that's also true, too. Like, Yoru doesn't... She don't really care like that. She's not gonna remember things of that nature. She don't, you know, I mean, this is Yoru we're talking about, right? Like, she's honestly, in my understanding, she seems pretty, she's worse off when it comes to memory than even Makima, right? Like, it's pretty bad. I'm noticing about Yoru in general. Like, she just doesn't really care. Like, she acts like she has bonds and family and friends, but like, that's not something that exists in her mind, honestly. She does not care. She does not care. One thing I noticed that some humans looked away from the explosion and some didn't, but all devils are looking at the explosion. I mean, that's also true. I mean, maybe they actually have an idea of what to do, not to like look directly at it, obviously, right? But I mean, devils don't know. They just out here like, ooh, what the heck is going on? Ow! And they were gone. Again, it's a good thing the concept of death is gone, because that Yoru is actually busted. Like, holy crap, how strong she is. This is actually insane. Just how much power she actually has, like, accumulated through this contract with the United States. Like, this is actually disgusting. I didn't realize she was going to be this level of strong, but good God. You know what I mean? Like, again, the fact that concept of death. Like, none of these guys are dead. They're getting... So, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes there's things worse than death. Like, these people are going to be, like, living vegetables, right? They're going to be cooked, like, on the ground at this point because of this nuclear explosion that just happened. But they can't die because the concept of death is not there. So they're just going to be suffering the entire time. Like, this is terrible. And this could even be a play to certain things that happen within war, because war is suffering. You know what I mean? I mean, the fact that you're bringing all this stuff up, Ghost Tab, kind of goes back to, like, the Hiroshimas and, you know, the freaking nuclear explosions that happen. You know what I mean? And people that suffer through that time. Like, this could be a bit of a play within that in of itself. I don't know if he's actually going to show the ramifications of what Yoru's actually doing and what she's doing to the people that are actually, you know, still technically alive here. But it'd be interesting if he did do that. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't think this is going to do anything for Yoru's sake. I mean, but Asa is still there, still seeing these things, and she's going to be even more mortified over the actions that Yoru is actually taking on right now at this point. So it's not looking good. It's not looking good. I don't know if you read my Common Oregon or Oregon was one of the only states behind Hawaii that got bombed. Yeah, no, I read that one. I wonder what was the symbolism for the panel when the nuclear punch went off and some people looked away from the explosion, some looked directly into it. I mean, I was hearing that you're never supposed to look directly into an explosion in the first place like that. I mean, of course, because like there's like certain aspects of like the radiation, things like that can immediately blind you just from that alone. So you want to kind of look away from it. So that could be what the concept is, or why some are looking away, because they understand what's actually happening at that time. Chapters like this that makes me feel like Fujimoto is drawing history boards for the anime rather than the manga. Yeah, this is definitely one of those situations. Also, I will say this too. It's not a lot of times I get to say this, but this particular chapter here has excellent art. The art is really good in this chapter, actually, because like a lot of details that are in the scenery, from the buildings to the explosions to just like how the humans look, how the demons look, to Chainsaw Man in general, because Chainsaw Man's design is always going to be something that's freaking like OP. But you know what I mean? Like the art for this particular chapter actually was kind of going in here. I do appreciate that. So, you know, Taichi Fujimoto, I see what you're doing. I got a question to all you guys, though. I need to ask: is the bi-weekly devil hitting us? Are we getting a break next week? Because I don't know. I mean, again, Sony Jump is not the most reliable thing, so I just want to clarify. If y'all know something, please tell me. Okay. For the week, the architecture design was peak. I mean, but it still wasn't bad though. For a weekly, like, well, not weekly, but bi-weekly. Even then, it's a lot of art, a lot of work that gets put into this, and I want to at least acknowledge the fact that he is putting in some effort. The stuff does look pretty good. But you ain't the bi-weekly devil. Let's go! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about. I need more Chainsaw Man. And with a chapter like this, because this one was more something that you can kind of digest in a very fast sense, because it's just a battle chapter, which I do find it interesting why they call it a safe battle. when I guess the meaning behind the chapter title is the fact that no one can die. So in that sense, it is a safe battle because you're just fighting for the sake of fighting at this point, but no one's actually dying. So, and it's funny because, you know, Yoru's like, why can't I kill you? not realizing, again, you know, the sister's kind of gone. So therefore, you'll never be able to reach that truth. All right. You'll never be able to reach that truth. Unfortunately. He really does. He really does love drawing architecture. I'm noticing that. I mean, to be fair, his building work, like any environments, he tends to do really well art-wise with that. He never fails in that, actually. If there's one thing that is consistent when it comes to Fujimoto's art, is his way of drawing scenery. It's always been pretty good, actually. Because death is gone, so there's no risk. Yeah, exactly. So I'm pretty sure that's ultimately what they're talking about here with this chapter title, which I just wish there was a little bit more of the chapter, but at the same time, this was a fantastic fight level chapter that they had here. Kind of them going back and forth. Love the fact that even Puchita right now is not really like holding back in the sense of like he is fighting her. He's not just like, whoa, wait a minute. No, he's actually trying to throw hands with this chick, and this chick actually is doing a ton of damage. She's doing a ton of damage and did the receipt even to this man with his guts coming out. You know what I'm saying? So like, I like the fact that this is like somewhat even in a way, even though like what I'm seeing now, Yoru is disgusting. Like if people could actually die, the amount of damage that she is like starting to do is actually staggering. It's insane. The fact that, again, she has a nuclear freaking punch. That's disgusting. Like, she can just do that on call. Like, she is actually busted. And she's gonna survive this explosion because, like, even if like death wasn't a concept, I don't think she would just like get eradicated from this punch. That's her own ability. Therefore, she should have also durability to withstand said explosion, right? So like, I don't know, it's about to be interesting. I'm kind of curious what's going to happen next chapter, honestly, because I mean, I'm assuming Chainsaw Man, Uchida, is going to be in pieces, but obviously he can put himself back together though, because like it's not going to be done. You can't just beat him like that. Hey, he took off the gloves, 100%. He's like a camera with the back only. Look, man, that ain't me, because I'm not in that state. That ain't me, bro. But I'll take it at the same time, because look, if Fujimoto's thinking about me, I appreciate it. All right. God dang it. I'm feeling about the 13 chapter count that we had the last year and a half or more. How can I say it's standard? I'm not so thrown off by it, only because like I do read One Piece, and One Piece will give you like chapters that are that long where there's only like sometimes it'll only be like 12 sometimes, because it'll be like a double spread type of situation in One Piece typically. But this is not really foreign to me, so I don't really think about it that much, honestly, because this is not the first time I've like dealt with this. Again, I'm out here reading monthly when it comes to One Punch Man. One Punch Man only had like 8 pages at one point, but it was like animated, so that's why you only get 8 pages, but they're animated pages. Like it was kind of insane what the sucker was doing. But yeah, I'm not thrown off by that. I wonder why people are cheering for Yoru. People see Chainsaw Man as a villain. Looks like. Yeah, I was wondering about that, because I saw people cheering, and I'm like, so they're seeing the battle and they're cheering. Are they cheering for freaking Yoru? And if that's the case, like, are there the people in the United States? Like, who are these people that are cheering? Well, they are from the United States, but why are they cheering for her when you guys are getting got? Like, y'all dying from her, not from Chainsaw Man. Like, what propaganda that was spewed over there on that side to even make them feel that way towards Chainsaw Man, right? So, like, I mean, this only brings up a question of, like, how is information being sent and relayed to one another? Like, is the television just actually broadcasting this worldwide? Like, you know what I mean? Like what is the... Because we don't know the connections of everything that goes on in this world. Like, there's pockets of information of how the world works. We just don't know. So, it's, like, it's hard for me to speculate any of this, which is why I kind of gloss over it a little bit, only because, like, it's hard to really answer that question when we don't know too much about the world itself is the thing here. You know what I mean? How you doing, Zaya? What? Whatever. God dang it. Lucas won't. Yeah, it won't do Puchita in or anything. But I'm curious. There's gonna be a lot of damage being done to this man. I mean, there's also nuclear radiation as a thing, and I mean, we can pull like a Netero situation with Meruem, right? Where a poison, the radiation itself could be the thing that actually causes like the downfall of a character, as opposed to, just pure death in of itself. I think Yoru is going to recreate nuclear devil by making people fear this attack. I mean, maybe. I mean, the fact that this explosion happened and people are just dying left and, well, not dying, but like they're getting consumed left and right. This should bring more fear into stuff like that in the first place. So yeah. One thing I like this chapter was that Art Fujimoto did with the sound effects and the dialogue boxes. Yeah. I mean, again, this is like even that punch that was actually shown here. Like you can see, you can like feel the impact of that punch actually happening. I really appreciated like the lead up to that hit. You know what I mean? Yoru was able to do contracts with different states. She must have had some pull to get recognized there. Right? Yeah. Right. But like I said, we just don't know the lengths of what she's done, because it seems like she has all of the United States in the palm of her hand, so she can call upon any state to make a weapon of and just utilize it in any which way, shape, or form, and using its history as a way of using that ability, using that weapon, using that power. Maybe that's why, like, we saw how nuclear weapons were recreated. So maybe Virginia was the place where it was the place that got it recreated in the first place, which is why she used Virginia in the first place to have that happen, right? And like you said, through the history of it, that also makes sense. So like there could be just a lot of that stuff kind of coming back in here. So it's like a bit of a history lesson through Chainsaw Man about the United States, about the things when it comes to war and things that we have done over the time that we've been a country, right? So maybe he might have more commentary even placed upon Chainsaw Man and what he feels about the United States. So, people always talk about, people don't want things to be political, but I mean, look, this, like I said, I got a message to tell you real quick. So we'll see what happens. Hero basically became Stars and Stripes from My Hero Academia. Honestly, I was kind of thinking that a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. She's kind of a little bit like that, but she's just more evil. Because I mean, Stars and Stripes is not evil at all. She's kind of goated, but it sucks what happened to her. God dang it. What if we meet the propaganda devil? That's what I'm saying. I said, what kind of propaganda? There's a possibility that could be a thing. I wouldn't be surprised. That could be putting all the work in right now. All right? We want you. Join Yoru's cause. You know what I'm saying? Like propaganda 101, baby. God. The gun devil going full shootout is gonna be lit in anime form. Hey, I look forward to it. Honestly. Speaking of like anime and everything, because we just saw the Rize movie again, we want to bring this back up because like someone brought this to my attention through Twitter and everything. Like they're probably asking, like, I'm surprised we're not seeing some type of interaction between Rize and Yoru and how that could be. Like there's got to be some kind of connection with these two, because like obviously she's a weapon. Like you go hand in hand with her abilities, and it's kind of weird that we're not actually seeing her come to fruition or come back into the situation, seeing as she has nuclear punches and all. You know what I mean? So it'd be nice, honestly, to have Rize, but again, I don't think that's gonna happen. All right, I'm just gonna look like Uncle Sam. I mean, pretty much. I mean, come on now, come on. How you doing, Peach? Welcome in. How'd you feel about this chapter? How'd you feel about the chapter of Chainsaw Man? But what I think is gonna happen next chapter is we're gonna see the aftermath of this nuclear punch, because I think this is actually gonna do something. Like I said, I think we're gonna kind of show the ramifications of just how strong that punch was. We're gonna see the devils like disintegrated or charred, just on the ground. We might even see the humans in the same facets, but they can't die, so they're gonna be sitting there just suffering in everything. And then I think Yoru is gonna be like, why can't I kill you? She's gonna start complaining about this whole thing, and he's just gonna sit there. So she might monologue even more than this, but I do wonder, like, what's gonna be the thing that's gonna stop this fight? Like, unless Puchita has a way to cut Yoru and Asa out of each other. Like, if that's a thing that can possibly happen, he needs to do it soon. Because, like, she's not letting up. She's not letting up at all. So I'm hoping with next week's chapter, Puchita, we get, like, some insight on Puchita, or we get some insight with the Ninji. Something along those lines that can give us an idea of how they're going to do this. You know what I mean? So hopefully that could be the chapter of itself. Yoru kind of crashing out, and we see like inside Denji and like in Asa's mind, and they're kind of coming up with a plan or something, right? I need to know like how they're gonna do this. Like it needs to be seen. So I'm hoping that next week's chapter we do something along those lines. So that's where I'm at right now. About the ass, it's been a month. What are your thoughts about the movie? It's good. Like I said, I actually made a review, Diego, that you could watch to see my review, my thoughts on it. But the quick summarization of it, love the movie. Love it so much I watched it again, not just in subbed, but also in dub. It's a great freaking movie. I said this before about the Rize movie or Rize in general, the arc needed to be a movie. And I'm so glad they did and they listened because it was a banger. It's so good that it's like it could be nominated for like an Oscar or something along those lines, right? So like it made so much freaking money. It's like I love the fact that it has so much success. I just hope that with this newfound success and this newfound popularity that Chainsaw Man has, we have people that give this stuff a chance and not just like hate on it. Because like part 2 in general has people so divisive of what Chainsaw Man is and people saying how bad it is when that's not solely the case. And I've been seeing recently too people catching back up on Chainsaw Man and they're actually having a good time with it. Because again, we've had this conversation many a times. Chainsaw Man, I think, does work better as a binge read than reading on a week-to-week basis because sometimes you get chapters like this one, for instance. It's just a fight chapter. We're not really getting a bunch of information to really talk about it, right? But we only get so little. Sometimes there's just chapters we get very little that happens, and he really does draw for the volume as opposed to just the week-to-week situation. You're not always going to get a banger every week. Right? Now, in this particular instance, where we're at right now, we're always going to get bangers now. But it takes a while for that stuff to get set up in that way. So I'm just hoping that with this newfound popularity, we don't have more division between Chainsaw Man fans. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. All right. Bone Devil coming back all alone should give Rize a power up instantly. Yeah, honestly. To be honest, like if we do see her, she's going to be... I mean, she's already busted. From what I saw from the movie, like re-watching that made me realize just how strong she was. She's freaking ridiculous. So like, if she comes back, she's gonna be even stronger than before. Like, bro. And the realization to say that this is literally the final battle. Everything Yoro says she wanted to do in chapter 98 is happening. Yeah, exactly. Actually, yes. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're at the end point of this arc when it comes to just Yoru, Asa, with Denji. Like, we're coming to the end of this all. Like, if it's not hitting you, it should be hitting you that we're getting done here. So, hopefully, there is a part 3 like we've been talking about, because it definitely deserves another part, obviously. But, like, we're getting to the end here. Okay, check it out. Okay, I appreciate that, Diego. Even if it gets nominated for an Oscar, the Academy is biased and will just give whatever Pixar movie. Yeah, pretty much. Because, like, I mean, Pixar has been freaking dropping the ball left and right when it comes to their movies. They haven't really been that good. The fact that we're even getting, like, another goddamn freaking Toy Story is like, why? But that's a whole nother conversation for another time, all right? If you already watched it twice, sub and dub. Yeah, I've watched it. So when I did the review, I did it right when I watched the movie, and I watched it in sub first. It was like, I think like a couple of weeks after I went and watched it in dubbed, because I could watch it I watched it somewhere else, but I watched it in dubbed, and the dub's pretty good too. Aki's voice is doing a lot better in this particular situation than how season 1 was, but the dub was good. I enjoyed it. Bongo Rize is not even close, especially if you... Oh, you want to bring that up right now, Go Sad? Because I didn't get a chance to really talk about that. I don't think I did. Or maybe I glossed over it real quick, but like, bro, that battle's dumb. I don't know what we're talking about. Like, the only thing I will say that Bakugo has over Rize is that he has more speed than her. But I do wonder how that ability fully works. Is that... Because, like, the thing is, I think there's a buildup of situations, right? Because he has to sweat in order for his explosion to be... of the level that it is at right now that we're seeing in the final arc of My Hero Academia, right? Because it requires a lot of sweat and him going through it. If he's like fresh, right? Like fresh and not sweating or anything, and he's going to go up against Rize. Rize is somebody that will instant kill. She's not somebody that will just sit there and be like, oh, I want to talk to you. No, she will instant kill you because she's an assassin. That's what she's supposed to do. Right? She ain't trying to freaking do anything like that. So if you are doing a death battle, like, she will give out the most powerful explosion or whatever and to kill that man as soon as possible and call it a day. Like, that's not really a battle because, like, I'm sorry about the speed blitz thing, but that's what's going to happen. Bakugo's not going to know what to do on that situation. Just based off of that alone. But even with that, even if they were to actually battle, Rize has explosions that are just a lot stronger than what he can do, a lot quicker than what Bakugo can do. That's based off of that just alone. Then there's also durability that's also there as well. So it's just like, what are we talking about? All right. Yeah, without breaks, very fast pace. Exactly. Means the battle narration on this chapter. Follow the fight so well. That's what I'm saying. Like, he did a really good job with the paneling in this week's chapter and just showcasing just how, like, as messy as it was kind of looking, you can understand the flow of how the fight was going, which is not easy to do. And he did a really good job actually with the panel work here this week. Chapter 5, 8 for me. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning on that too. I'm still thinking about it. Give this chapter 8 nuclear punches out of 10 states that have a hard time connecting to the War Devil. But to be fair, sweating pretty hard with Rize around. You're probably not sweating simply because of like the fight itself, though. You probably sweat for another reason, huh? Yeah, exactly. Okay, another bomb-based character, Rize versus Yoshikage Kira. Yoshikage Kira, again, he's still human. The problem with a lot of these other bomb characters is that they don't have durability like that. Like, I mean, Yoshikage Kira he is strong, but like I don't. That's like a wash. Rize's gonna wash that sucker too. Like, unfortunately, I don't really see, like, the time bomb thing with the stand is pretty cool. I'll give it that. If that's on the condition of like if she can also see it too and everything, right? But like, I don't think that's like, even if that thing explodes on Rize, that's not gonna do anything. Like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's not gonna, it's not gonna work. Like, it's like, okay, yeah, basically. I mean, the thing is, she can be incapacitated. So she can actually like be in pieces, and she would need some assistance to probably put herself back together. So if you put her in that position, yeah, she can't technically win simply because she's like in pieces, but she's not dead is the thing here. So unless she can get some blood or revive herself in some way, that is a potential way of doing. But she also has durability. She's not just so weak to any form of explosion. It depends on the type of strength that has to happen here. She wouldn't be able to see Killer Queen because she's not a stand user. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, how we want to do the battle, because like on the basis of death battles, you typically want to do it on a more fair standpoint that we can both see each other's abilities. Because if you want to go based off like that, Desto, nobody is beating Bleach characters, for instance, right? Because you can't see them. Unless you're dead, you can't see like any of the characters of Bleach, because you know they're not. They're in the living world, but you have to be able to see ghosts and spirits like that. But if you don't have the capacity to do so, you won't be able to see them. Like, Yusuke can still fight like against Ichigo because Yusuke can see spirits, so that's not a problem. But like, then there's a spirit pressure situation. Spirit pressure alone, if you don't have it, you're gonna get squashed by it. So like, you know what I mean? So you gotta balance this type of stuff out when you're doing versus battles. So typically you want them to be able to still see each other's abilities, because otherwise, what are we talking about here? Because like these fights can't happen then. Certain fights can't happen physically because just the constraints of what the world is. You know what I mean? She wouldn't be able to see. Did the same thing. Watch it with my brother and friend for sub, and then dub with just him. Select the movie. So prefer the sub, but that's just me. Also watch Angel's Egg. It's mostly a movie that you have. Oh, really? See, I haven't seen that. I agree with you on pretty much everything that happened here, because I pretty much did the same thing. I watched it with my girlfriend and my brothers, and then afterwards for the dub, I watched it with Anna, and I still like it, and I do agree. So like, I like the sub more than the dub here. Not to say that the dub is bad, because the dub's fantastic actually. It's just that, especially, I don't know, I have a thing with Rize's voice with this. Like, Rize's voice was hitting on all cylinders. Like, everybody was hitting on all cylinders when it comes to the sub here. I'm not gonna lie. There are still some weaker points. I feel like with the dub at times, but it was still good. Excuse me. Make your own discussions. Also, I mean, I could do that. All right, I could. Also, explosions don't do anything to Rize. She could explode herself to sustain damage. Yeah, exactly. Like, she's a bomb herself in general and blow herself up and then put herself back together. You know what I mean? Like, it's not really. It's hard to beat her. Like, again, that's why Chainsaw Man, like, if you see the battle between her and Chainsaw Man didn't have a chance. He had to subdue her by putting her in the water. Okay. I just love the freaking, like, the aesthetic in general of what they did when it comes to the color palette and how the art looked throughout the entire movie. They did an excellent job just even recreating that one scene where it looked just like the color scheme of the manga with the green blood and everything. That was peak, bro. When that happened, I said, yes. Like, I didn't think they could adapt that, but they actually did, and they did a fantastic job for it, man. God. That's a movie, I think the same guy involved did Vampire Hunter D, really. But what about Chad? Well, if they end up making movies, was a straight up horror movie at times. Yeah, exactly. No question. Why do you have two live videos, one in regular camera, one in portrait? Because like, why not, right? I hear, so little tidbit since you want to ask this question, right? I don't know if that's true, but I hear that if you go vertical and go live on vertical and stuff, that your discoverability could be better for people to come and see you and view you while you're live. So that's why I'm testing something right now, which is why I'm doing a live stream both vertical and horizontal. So the cat's out the bag now. Now you know. Wait. Look back hasn't come out as a movie yet, right? I've read the manga, the one shot for Look Back. I haven't watched the series or the movie yet because it hasn't come out yet, right? It's like, what are you talking about? Hold on a minute. The only scene with Dinky Dream, little straight up with the manga. Yeah, that's so. I'm pretty sure you probably know where I want to go with this, but like, look, man, that scene right there, we need those animators right there to do Yuji Ito. All right, look, we need that. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for exactly that art, but put it in Yuji Ito's freaking like mangas, bro. Like you need to animate it like this. That's the template right there. You just follow that and we'll be good. But I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't think they got it. They don't got the sauce like that. All right, come on now. They don't got the sauce like that. One thing like couldn't get into with the dub was Power's voice. Let's watch Steven Universe, and she sounds like Paradigm. Yo, what? Wait, that's the same voice actor? I didn't know that. But I mean, I like Power's voice. I think it works. It's very suitable for the character that she is. But I can see why you probably feel that way though, if that's the case. Because if they're the same voice actor, then it's like, yeah, you're probably gonna feel that way about it. But I like Power's voice a lot. I like Dingy's voice though. He sounded a little different for some reason in this one versus the first one. But at the same time, looking back at it, there really isn't a difference. I'm just not used to the dub like that, I guess. But he's not bad. But Aki's voice is like hit or miss at times because now it's like it sounds better, but there's still those moments where it doesn't sound that great. I like Manga's voice, but it doesn't compare to the sub, unfortunately for me. If I had to do comparisons here, because like the sub voice, like the Seiyuu for Makima is literally peak, and it's hard for you to like mimic that, right? But she does a decent enough job with Makima. Like nobody's bad in the dub. Like even freaking Shark Boy, I freaking love Shark Boy. I honestly, I'm torn between the sub and the dub on that one because like they did an excellent job on both. So like I don't know. That Beam voice in general is just great on both ends. So I need to watch Fuji one shot manga adaptations. Yeah, same. I haven't watched them yet myself, Diego. I said I was gonna do like a live stream situation where I was gonna like watch these individually like on Discord or something like that at some point. I still need to do something. I want to watch or do something because I need to cover them. I haven't done that yet. If you're on vertical, you can show up in the YouTube Shorts rotation. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I'm like, if there were more discoverability, people might want to like look in here and be like, what's going on here? And maybe that's how I can help. So that's why I'm just testing it to see what happens. We were thinking of Goodbye Eerie. Look Back is the one with the... Oh, true. Yeah, no, I did watch that. Yeah, you're right. I'm thinking about Goodbye Eerie. You're right, Ghost Tab. My bad. I did watch Look Back, and that movie's fantastic. Yeah, because like if you're talking about that one, yeah, I've watched that one. That movie's fantastic. I love that movie. Also, the dubs. Speaking of dubs, that dub is fantastic. 100%, 10 out of 10. I recommend the dub on that one. Like, man, the freaking girl that's like shy and has like anxiety and stuff, like the voice actor, I don't know, she went in her bag or something, bro. I don't know how she did that, but she said, I have anxiety too. Let me show you what it's all about. Because she was freaking hitting those freaking lines, man. I was feeling it, all right? I was feeling it. Think Johnny V is Tanjiro's voice actor? Yeah, I saw a video about that, and I was like, huh? What? I think it was Rize's voice? Yeah, I think it was Rize's voice. He's actually, what's that girl? She's a character in Demon Slayer. She's just like the shy girl that wasn't really talking much. That Tanjiro like interacts with. I can't remember her freaking name, but it's that they talk about how they can be like a relationship together. I can't remember her freaking name at the moment, but she's there. So they have like a connection there when it comes to like their voice acting and everything and their characters. So it's nice. It's nice. But overall, all right, let me get out of here. Overall, I'll give this chapter for Chainsaw Man this week an 8 out of 10. I settle on 8 out of 10. This was a good chapter this week. I enjoyed it. Great art, just great paneling work that was going on here. And I'm glad that there's not a break so we can have more Chainsaw Man for next week. So I will be here next week to review and discuss Chainsaw Man. So make sure y'all over here and join in on the goddamn conversation. Also, if you guys can, real quick, can you like the stream? If you can like the vertical stream too, do that too. I don't know how that works over there, but if you can do that, do both those things, I appreciate you. All right? I appreciate you greatly. And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the goddamn channel and leave comments below if you have any other ideas, things that might come to mind. But like, actually, I didn't get to bring this up in the review, but like, there's this that I want to discuss about. Like, let's discuss in the comment section below as well. All right? All right. With all that said, last thing I want to bring up in about like maybe 30 minutes to maybe an hour, right? Give me some time. But we will be back over on twitch.tv/Thabreakmaster. We will be streaming over there. Anna will be joining me and we'll be reviewing, discussing, and reading Kagurabachi. We are about 2 chapters behind, I believe, on Kagurabachi. So yeah, you'll see all that. We'll get the videos out for that once that's done. And yeah, so we'll be doing that and maybe some other game. Who knows? We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But all right. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you guys. All right. I also want to talk about the Java voice actor again because there's like another scene in Gachakuta I want to talk about. Fantastic. But again, twitch.tv/Thabreakmaster. All right. All right. Break out the